Hey Vibemakers, it's Isla with LB Novelties, and today I'm doing my first video recap of my Vibemaker bucket list planner. As you guys saw in my Instagram stories, I went ahead and accomplished my first bucket list item, which was going back to hiking. So I wanted to give you a little recap of it. I also filmed a couple of clips while I was up there hiking, so I will make sure to add those in the video. But let's get to it and recapping our first week on our Vibemaker bucket list. So my intention of this year is to accomplish a lot of goals through my Vibemaker bucket list planner. I have a video up on what it's about and how I set it up to get me started for the year. I'll make sure to put that in the description link below. But I really wanted to bring you guys along this year for this journey and accomplishing all these bucket list items that I personally have, and hopefully you guys feel comfortable enough to share them in the comment section below and let me know if there's anything that you have always dreamed of doing, and I would love to incorporate that into my bucket list planner. But for this first week, I really want to start with something simple yet a bit challenging because I hadn't been hiking in years. I honestly was worried that I wouldn't make it to the top, or just like my physical condition was not what it needed to be for hiking. I am constantly active. I love to walk, I love to bike, and I'm always on the go. It's really hard for me to just sit and be still. I like to be constantly moving and doing things around the house, at work, whatever it may be. But in regards to hiking, I was really worried. I was like, am I gonna make it to the top? But I did set out. It didn't matter where I got to, as long as I did the intention. I got myself out in that mountain and I did the hike. And I'm really super grateful that this planner itself and the idea of it got me to do it, because I cannot believe the experience I had hiking up that mountain. I just honestly was blown away by the views alone, and then just the feeling that I felt when I was up in that mountain hiking, just away from like the city life and just being out amongst nature. And there was other fellow hikers there, a lot of people that were hiking, and I could see and sense that they were just on the same path as me, putting that as an intention, as a goal that they wanted for 2020. And a lot of them, you could see that it's just a fitness goal that they're going for. So while I was up there, what I was doing while I was hiking, and every time I passed someone, I would say a small little prayer and send out positive vibes to them. And maybe that was just God's way of saying, like, I needed you to be on this path. And I just was throwing out my positive vibes to whoever I passed, and I was cheering them on inside me, my heart. I was just like, you got this, you can make this happen. And I think it's really beautiful to see a lot of people come together to accomplish one goal, one task, which was hiking. And again, it was so awesome to have, you know, done that for my first week. So right now I'm going to insert a little clip of me going up the hike and my preparation for it, and then come back and we'll discuss it. Okay guys, so I am hiking right now. It's really nice because this one has a paved road, and it says it's about 0.8 miles that loops around. And if you do it 5 times, I think they said it's 4 miles. So we'll see how I'm doing after one loop. Right now we're just going uphill, but I really like that it's paved. This is a good, easy one for beginners, for any of my easy vibe makers. If you're looking into getting into just getting out and about, this is really fun. I'm actually enjoying being outdoors and in nature. It's quiet, so it's nice. So definitely enjoying the view, guys. So nice. So I just found out there's another trail back here, and I'm gonna go try it out. This one's actually like with mountain, like real deal mountain and rocks and stuff. So I am excited and kind of nervous. I'm like, oh, that paved thing is easy. I was gonna do the, couple loops, but now I'm like, I saw this, I'm like, I want to challenge myself. That is what hiking is here in Arizona, so let's go for it. I wish I'm doing this mountain with rocks and stuff. This is what I remember when I did hiking back in the day. It was literally all this. So now I'm real deal hiking, and I could already feel it. Feels good though. I'm excited. So this is my view. Just get out there and live life, guys. Those are the views, guys, and now I'm going back down the mountain. So happy I did this. was a little challenging going up, and even though going down, I could feel the leg work. But you guys, look how far down this is. It's really high up, but it's so fun and amazing. And I feel so happy I accomplished this. All right, guys, now that you've seen the clips of me going up the mountain and just the process of me going up there, I filmed it with my phone. And in the future, I'm hoping I could get a vlogging camera so I could really bring you guys along for the journey. But for now, you will get clips here with my regular camera that I film with in YouTube and also with my phone. I just want to bring you guys as much as I can along for this journey. And that is one of my goals for 2020 is vlogging and having you guys come with me as much as you can. But let's just go through the twin loop. So for my first week, like I said, it was all for hiking. I really enjoyed using this to memory keep and set up my goals. Like I said, I put in the first section, my goal was to hike the mountain to the top, sit down and just take in the scenery and meditate and take down some notes. So as you guys saw, I took my wellness mini happy notes from the Happy Planner and I just journaled a little bit on it and just took in the experience of being up in that mountain amongst like nature. So the views were my favorite part of hiking. Something else that I made sure to do, and that's like what I recommend, is like make sure you prepare yourself if you have a goal in mind. Don't just say I want to climb a mountain and not truly prepare for it. What I did was I made sure I set out the goals, which were like hike the mountain, meditate, sit down and take the scenery. And then the next thing I did was I did some research. I went online and I researched which was the best mountain for a beginner because again, like I said, I hadn't been hiking in years, so I wanted to make sure I didn't go and hike the hardest mountain the first time around. So when I did my research, I found out that North Mountain was the best for beginners, so I made sure to write that down, and I'll just read you one of my little journal cards here. I just put, so excited for all the fun and new adventures that this Vibemaker bucket list planner has in store for me, wishing for beautiful memories and to inspire others to go for their dreams. So again, like I said, I'm just using this to journal, to memory keep, and that was the 1st of January, and I knew I had to go hiking, and like leading up towards the day, I was like, okay, am I gonna do this? When can I, when can I schedule time? When can I make it happen? And that's the thing you need to make sure to keep an eye on, is if you do set a goal in the week or in the month, just try to remember, okay, when will I set time for it? Because I know I'm the type of person that I would set a goal, but then I'm like, oh, I have to get this done, or I don't know if I have time to really designate a time to make that happen. And I think that's the great thing about having these planners, and especially for me, like this twin loop, there's no way I can honestly remove this. I know maybe down the rest of the year something might pop up, but like I hadn't really written down when I was gonna go hiking until I think it was the 1st at 9 when I was like, Lila, you need to determine a day and time to go hiking and make it happen. So once I wrote down, okay, I'm like, I'm gonna go on the 3rd in the morning, that was Friday. It's like it was official, it was concrete, and I was making it happen. So that's something I suggest is, maybe if you feel not 100% ready to put it down, put it down with a sticky note. So at least it's a way to remember, okay, I need to do this and I need to make time for it. I need to schedule it in my life. So definitely take the time to really figure out when you honestly, from deep down in your heart, can make something happen. I know we have all these goals and we want to accomplish everything, but I like this concept because I'm taking it week by week, and I am thinking of things that I can accomplish. And I started out simple with just going up hiking, and I was leading up to it, I was nervous. I'm like, is this going to be easy? Where am I driving to? And then I realized it was only a 10-minute drive. I parked. So I think it's just doing things that you've never done before, or going to a new place that you've never been to. It's always going to be a little uncomfortable, or maybe just a little uneasy or like nervous, and leading up to it, you're just like, okay, we got to make this happen. And that's just how I am. I'm like, even if I'm a little nervous, I'm still gonna go and do it. And once I got up there, I was like, why didn't I do this earlier? Like, this is so amazing. And I went back hiking on Sunday, the 5th, and I took Chance with me. So that's just showing you, like, when you set your goal and you put your mind to it, and even though you might like, you go in like, I'm gonna do this, and then halfway through the week, like when you're leading up to it, you might get a little like nervous and like be like, should I do this? Am I ready for this? maybe I should move it to next week. I think that's the thing I like about the twin loop is like I can't honestly say I can't move it to next week because this week is designated to hiking. So I did enjoy having this kind of be like, you got to get this done, Lila, and I'm happy I did it. So what I wrote down as my note for my hike, once I got back down, I put, I'm so happy to have done this today. I felt so connected to God and the wonderful world around me. Being around nature makes my heart so happy. I loved being active and alive. And you could just see my smile. I was so happy and I really loved it, and it was really fun. So I tracked down like my steps, my miles, and that's just the week of hiking. And I love that I took my twin loop with me and I took a photo of it at North Mountain. So I'm hoping to do that whenever I go and do something, to take the twin loop with me and I could memory keep that. So that's basically my week that I did. I memory kept, I took down my steps, I figured out a date to do my goal, I had it, made it happen, and then I documented how I felt afterwards. And guys, this is really something I'm so happy to be doing here in 2020 is this Vibemaker bucket list. There's a lot of projects I could be doing, but like the main project I want to concentrate in 2020 is this, because this year I just feel like alive and like ready to just take on whatever the universe puts in front of me. And I hope this inspires you to go for your dreams and goals. It doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter where you are in life, what stage you are, make something happen for you. And hopefully you guys get inspired by this. And next week I'm doing something that I've always wanted to do. Again, I'm kind of scared. When I'm filming this right now, I'll be doing it tomorrow, but I will be posting this and I probably would have already done what I'm intending to do. So stay tuned for next week. I already went ahead and started kind of planning in it. I wrote down my steps and actions and what I needed to do, what my bucket list was, how I felt. So stay tuned for next week's Vibemaker bucket list recap on what I accomplished for the week of January 6th through the 12th. What I'm doing is just sitting down and feeling what I'm passionate about and what are things that even as a child I remember, oh my God, I always wanted to do this. And sometimes we think, well, we're too old, or it's just we're not experienced, or why would I even want to do this? But then I go, why not? Why not give it a shot? Why not give it an opportunity? So that's my intention with the Vibemaker bucket list planner, is to inspire you guys to accomplish all those bucket lists you have for your own personal life, to make goals happen, and take your time to make it happen. And start out small and simple. It doesn't have to be something extravagant that you want to get done. I think it's good to practice also, like how I started with just like the hiking. One goal I want for this year, one bucket list I want for this year is taking a road trip. And that, my heart's like, but I will do it. I just have to figure out when in the year I feel comfortable enough to go for it. And I mean, like me personally drive in the road trip. I have been on road trips several times, but getting out on the road and driving myself, I don't know, it just kind of makes me nervous, but it also makes me excited because I feel like this is the year I'm finally gonna do it. And then maybe I'm gonna be like, I should have been doing this a long time ago. And then I'll just be a road tripper forever. So you just never know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to keep it as casual as possible and just recap my week in my Vibemaker bucket list planner. I hope you enjoyed the clips I inserted as well. And if you guys are interested in maybe starting one yourself, it's never too late. You can even start it halfway through the year, whatever it is. Take a week in your weekly spread and say, this is gonna be my week I accomplished one of my bucket lists that I have in my life, and make it happen. And if you do, make sure to tag hashtag Vibemaker bucket list. I'd love to see your guys' own bucket list planners. If you do want to do something like this, come along with me in the journey and do your own. I would love to see that and see how you guys get inspired and see what crazy things you get yourself into. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep on top of the Vibemaker bucket list. Hit the notification bell and I'll let you know when I posted my most recent video. And as always, guys, peace and love.